Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
You got her good side?
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Dr. Adam Miller from Rise MD here with one of our practice friends, Lisa. Lisa, thanks for stopping by.
My pleasure.
Lisa, whenever she stops by, we love to talk neurotransmitters and brain health. And what I love about talking with you is the real world application. And so I know there are many moms in our practice who would love to hear one of the tools and tips that you just gave, which was, I'm getting ready for dinner, and you said what?
I was preparing dinner, getting ready to travel the next morning, and I also hadn't eaten, turns out, at lunch.
Ah,
so
there you go.
My blood sugar was off, and I was running manically high to the point where my 16-year-old said, enough, you've just got to figure a way to calm down.
Because she had misset the table or something,
yeah,
right?
the napkins were crooked, and I was yelling at her because the napkins were crooked, which probably isn't good parenting. So I helped myself to some of the company's Tranquillant, just really just some theanine, just enough to kind of calm the system down a bit. And about 20 minutes later, I told her it was safe to come back.
So the kids are home from school, husband's marching in the door, he's probably hypoglycemic too, because he's gunning.
Well, you know him.
He's coming up, right? He's coming up, love ya, eat more Jimmy bars too. He's coming off of the sympathetic drive.
Yep.
And you got to get the table set and get dinner going.
And nobody likes it when mom's leaving the house for a couple of days.
Right.
Because that's just a high stress situation. So I'm in overdrive to make sure the house runs smoothly while I'm gone. And
you feel you're close to boiling point.
Oh no, I was. Yeah.
You're there already. You got three options. What I hear is one, pop a Xanax, two, pour another glass of red wine, or three, what I think is the healthier alternative is what you did, which was what?
I just tried to bring my system a little bit more back in balance.
By taking some...
I chewed, actually I had 2 of the Tranquillant. It's predominantly just theanine.
Yeah.
Which helps promote GABA.
Which is an amino acid.
Calming, and also helps inhibit glutamate, which is a very excitatory, angry neurotransmitter, if you will.
So L-theanine, it's got 25 milligrams. It's a pretty low dose.
It's a very low dose.
So do you ever chew 2 of those?
I took 2 on Wednesday.
Did you take
because
2?
I was past 1 to calm me down. It's also got a little bit of 5-HTP for serotonin support.
Yeah.
Again, just to bring that calm back into my world and try to get my excitement down.
Which is what a lot of antidepressants try to do, right? It's a bigger discussion. If you're a mom watching this, the 5-HTP is a supporting molecule, a source of building block for serotonin.
Absolutely.
The L-theanine is going to do a couple things for you, right?
Yep.
You support GABA.
We bring GABA up while bringing glutamate down.
Yeah.
So again, it's about balance.
Yeah. And I've seen some studies on increasing non-REM stage 4 deep sleep with L-theanine. That's your slow delta wave sleep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Which
GABA,
is probably a spin-off reason from the GABA and your glutamate, right?
GABA is the calm place in your brain, and if you're running, a little manically high, you are not utilizing GABA. So you've got to fill that GABA receptor so you're calm, then your brain doesn't race, and you can actually focus.
Which, for those of you who are accustomed to reaching for the second glass of wine, GABA is what alcohol it binds to. Well, your GABA receptors is what's being stimulated there. That's that that sigh you feel when the brain gets quenched with alcohol. It's activating GABA. So a nice alternative, right, to doing the glass of wine. The third key is myo-inositol. Why is that in there?
It's additional calming support because we have to keep regulating the blood sugars continually. And granted, I clearly was having a little bit of a glycemic crash that I was not aware of, that I did not realize till I sat down to eat dinner and went, when was the last time I ate?
Right. But Lisa,
it helped bring the blood sugars back up a little bit.
But Lisa, I work out at so-and-so gym, and we're all paleo. You're telling me I got to worry about my blood sugars. Isn't it all about getting blood sugars low?
No, you have to have healthy blood sugar.
Right.
Because low blood sugar is just probably as equally harming as high blood sugars, or differently.
Because the brain loves that fuel.
Absolutely.
Right? The brain loves glucose. And when you go low, which probably for most people who are fit and real active, especially if you're a parent, is, I would say, somewhere between 70 and 60, I bet you is when what happens. Cortisol from the adrenal glands is going to start kicking up. That's what happens.
Which can explain hangry.
Hangry. Hungry and angry.
Yep.
Blood sugar gets low, cortisol from the adrenal glands, your stress response hormone. Yes, it's a stressor on your body to have low blood sugar, and that'll kick the liver to break down more blood sugar, dump it into the bloodstream.
Yep. And we're also going to stimulate our norepinephrine and epinephrine, which is a fight or flight mechanism. So I've literally put a big hungry bear chasing me around my house.
And we don't have the bottle, but what you took is Tranquilin, and it looks like this. Normally we have it in stock.
But I ate it all.
But she ate it all after her trip. And if you're not eating it, I know Hannah uses it as well. And just so we wrap the discussion up, I love the tool that real world situation where you can have a tool other than the alcohol or the Xanax. But if you need to be taking Tranquilin frequently, we agree that we probably need to step back and do some testing.
Absolutely.
Which is what we do through Senesco, neurotransmitter testing that gives you cortisol and DHEA, the stress hormones, as well as your sex hormones. That's a bit of a diagnostic, right?
We're still going to call it functional, but really it's looking at the body's biochemistry. It's where is my system working? How is my nervous system communicating with the rest of my body?
Yeah, which is a huge, huge deal. The number one unmet public health need is mental health. And behind that mind is a brain that is very often overly excited, hypervigilant, and inflamed. And over time, that'll tip your neurotransmitters. What I meant to say is, if you're needing Tranquilin frequently, then that's an indication that you should step back and pay, what, $150 roughly for...
Roughly, depending on how large a test or how small a test you feel that individual patient needs based on their symptoms.
You collect some saliva, collect some urine, and look at the whole landscape in your brain. It's pretty cool science.
It's an amazing tool to help relieve the symptoms of anxiousness and low mood, fatigue, to help bring the system back into balance so you can function throughout your day.
Yeah, moms, professionals, students, it gives you a competitive advantage in life, right?
Absolutely.
Rather than shotgun approach of reaching for something you heard this weekend and then 2 days later trying something else. So neurotransmitter testing is real, it's easy, it's inexpensive. And in the meantime, if you're having moments like Lisa was describing, which is happening all across America every evening.
And probably at dinner time.
You have healthy alternatives, and if you email info@arisemd.com, our coordinator Hannah can help you get Tranquilin as a stopgap until you get your testing back. Thanks, Lisa. Appreciate you being here.